going to create small subsections from the curvature of the head on the apex into the frontal zone, which will allow him to separate a triangular shape which is disconnected, which is going to act as a fringe. He's then going to take very small sections from the center of that subsection and just cut on the surface of the face, which will allow him to dictate the length on the fringe area, which is going to be the shortest point in the center at the front of the face. Now, the reason why he's cutting natural fall without picking the hair up at all, that's because he doesn't want to create any over direction or elevation whilst he's cutting, as this could make the hair react and spring back up quite strongly. Once the guide is placed in with natural fall, Guy is now going to be working in a central profile guide, bringing everything forward into the front of the client. He's then going to be working in vertical sections with the cut and line being square, and working with the V of the scissor and working with the point of the scissor to create something that is very soft and broken up through the cut and line. After the first section has been cut completely out from the base coming forward, he's then going to work section 2 and then section 3 and 4 in pivot sections, working out from the base of the section using the previous as a guide. So we can see now he has that length as a guide from the previous, and he's going to keep pivoting out to the corner of the recession area with each and every section. This is where he's going to create his length and shape internally. He's going to be using a guide from the back of the triangular shape, using it at the shortest point, and then building up in length with a triangular cutting line, working with the V of the scissor with a very heavily textured cutting line, really pushing through the last third of the hair with the V of the scissor. This is a technique where you want to create maximum movement and texture within curls. Once the front panels have been done on the internal layering, Guy's now going to move on to the crown and down towards the nape zone. As you can see, there's a lot of hair to cut and pick up. That's why we initially split the front zone from the back zone and split it into 2 separate zones, even though we're working through the same consistent shape from shorter into longer. But you can see Guy's going to be replicating what he's just done through the front zone all the way into the back zone, so we have complete coexistence from the front into the back. What that means is that he's going to be over directing everything to the center of the head and cutting through that triangular line. This time round, he's working with the wide teeth of the comb because there's a lot more hair to work through when he's combing the hair. Again, you'll notice that Guy is standing on the same side of the client when cutting that triangular line. This would be advisable as a right-hander to stand on the same side as Guy is doing now, and if you're a left-hander, you would want to stand on the other side, which will make it easy for your body position to hit that shorter to longer length. After the back zone has been completely internally layered, Guy is now going to focus his attention on working for some more detail and shaping through the front of the face, where he's going to now tie in that fringe panel into the side areas. He's going to be using the length from the edge of the fringe where the recession is all the way down in towards the temporal zone, going down in towards the sideburn. As you can see, he's working from that shorter length into a longer length from the top of the line down in towards the bottom of the line, working with the V of the scissor to create the slicing effect, which will in turn create a very soft cutting line and really bring out lots of movement within the curls. Guy's going to now continue with some more detailing around the face, where he's going to be adding a shorter panel to really frame the face going into the fringe area. Again, he's working from that top recession area and slicing down from the highest point down in towards the lowest point, working a quite short panel with the V of the scissor slicing down. Technically, this is going to be a little bit of a disconnection, working through the cheekbone area to create more definition and shape around the jawline. This is very important to prep the hair with the right product before we go on to preparing the hair with the styling. Guy's working with a very moisturizing curl cream, which is going to place in the hair mainly through the mid-lengths and through the ends of the hair. He's going to make sure that he distributes that product very evenly throughout the whole hair. Now, to really enhance the curl, Guy's going to be working a technique before he puts any heat to the hair, which is a wise thing to do on a lot of curly hair. You want to prepare the hair as best as possible before any heat or any hairdryer goes near the hair at all. As you can see, we have a really cool shape forming with the curliness now, and Guy's going to start to scrunch and manipulate that style and shape and really start to enhance it. Now the hair is pretty much dry. You can get in there with some product, finish off with some oil or a very light styling cream, and really just finish off with the coating. We can see that guys also opt in for the hairdryer just to blow the curl out a little bit and give it more of a natural kind of finish, like she styled it herself. So using the right product and using the right process and method, you can get a very cool, very highly polished curly hair shag finish on the styling. Thank you for watching this cutting tutorial done by Guy Kleinhorst. We hope that you've enjoyed it, and we'll look to see you on the next one.